Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome back to Méchet for episode number 20, where we're still in October. We're kind of stuck in October. There's just so much stuff we have to do, both with the cattle, and of course we got all the other stuff done in the last episode. We got all the fields prepared and that. And yeah, I thought I was going to be moving on swiftly. Well, we will be quick enough. There's just a few things to do around the farm. We have to get the milk moved over to the dairy. We have to get straw into the main cow barn because we've no straw. And I was wondering why there was no manure shown inside it, but that was revealed when I went and checked and seen there was no straw. And we need to get the remaining silage bales I'd taken out into the barn, into the feed mixer and that. Just generally take care of things to move the cattle out of the fattening barn. They're the Vosgienne cows. They're going into the cow pasture because they do produce milk, albeit they're not there yet, but they're not far away. And we'll take the younger calves out of the pasture and put them into the calf barn. But we need to clean it out, and there's a few things we need to do kind of around the farm, general farm work. And of course there's always the thing of contracts. Now I'm doing stone picking again because we ran out of stones and we need to get some cement bags and cement bricks to do the construction project. You know, we also need timber as well, but that's not going to happen anytime soon because we haven't got the money, number one, to put down there. What is it? We need the what do you call it? Sawmill. So I'm just concentrating so I don't run into everything. As you can see, I'm probably a little bit overloaded with this on the back. I usually use a Bailey trailer and do this, hook up the stone picker to the back of it. And I just decided I didn't know how many stones were here. So I said, right, when I realised there was a hitch on the back of the farm haul trailer, I just said, oh, here, let's use that. Now, I'm just going to set a worker on this. Let them work away there, and we're going to jump back to the farm. So, order of the day. Get these silage bales into there should be room in here for silage. There is, yeah, there's room for everything. It's still okay for mineral feed. Yeah, these ran out. There's no straw in here at all. Completely gone. So I need to get straw in here. I was wondering whether I need a small little bit of manure. There's nothing in there. These guys here need to be moved because they're, they're not far off, 61%. They've another couple of months to go before they'll produce calves, so I need to move them over. And the Charolais up on the other paddock up the way there, when we move forward, they're going to have their offspring. So their offspring are going to be 0 months. We're going to add to the total in that if we have the money, and we're going to sell the big guys off. So we kind of quite a bit to do today, just on like in this particular part of October. Like we're still nowhere near. Now, I haven't used this in a while, so I'm kind of relearning the buttons for a second. Squeeze on. Oh, I need to wait. Oh yeah, got that. It's here beside me anyway. Or is it? No, it's up at the other. It's up at the shed up above. I stopped parking them down here because I put them up beside where we really need them. I know I can drop these just down here, but I'm just gonna drop them in there. Me in. There. And like that. In they go. Once they're taken in, that'll change colour. So, yeah, there's quite a bit to get done. I did spread slurry on 2 of the fields down here. I put a worker on and got him to do it. There's the weight, and I got the truck parked in the way. Now I'll get it. and I put manure on the other one. That's why I need the rest of the manure now to finish it off when I move the cattle out of that barn. So yeah, pretty busy. It's like livestock farms are very busy all the time anyway, so like I wasn't expecting anything else when you're looking after so many different pens and different cattle, sheep, goats, everything, you name it. So we need to move the wool as well from down at the sheep. We need to get that up and in here. There is actually wool in here as far as I can remember. Let's see, is there wool in here? Yeah, wool, 5 pallets. So we need to move that as well and get that up here. Get the rest of it. I might put it in the other storage. The only thing about the other storage is kind of need a telehandler for the other storage because they're not getting taken in. You know why? Because we're obviously... Okay, the ones on top didn't get taken in, but they did. They will eventually. Yeah, the storage to get your bales and stuff into it's so high up. You can't reach it with the tractor and loader, or you can just barely reach it with the tractor and loader. Oh, okay. If you use one to attach and drag out with them, I'll take that. Get done in one go. There you go. That's them out of the way. So, I'm going to get the straw now. I'll fill 40,000 litres it takes. I'm going to fill all the straw out of the shed into the pens. 40,000 they take. They're okay for food. Now, I did fill that, so they've used 17,000 litres. Or sorry, 15,000 litres of food. Straw. There's no point. Might as well just spawn 10 of them. See how we get on with that. There's no point in just loading up. I lost my train of thought now again. Too much going on. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue on. Why are they not compressing? Maybe this doesn't do. These it looks like they're slightly smaller bales. Now, I'm just aware if I drive over the trigger, it's going to go back in. If I drive too fast, it's going to fall off. You know, there's another way of putting this in, and an easier way. That doesn't involve driving up the walls. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the... No, we don't have a straw blower anymore. No, we sold it. Maybe we shouldn't have sold it. I sold it because it takes bales in. That was the main thinking behind it. As you see, that's my lovely piece of driving. Not ashamed. Why didn't that go in? The straw doesn't go there, that's why. Anyway, yeah, let me get on with this, and I will update you in a little bit when we move on to other work. And it didn't fall inside. Okay, right. I'm not concentrating on what I'm doing because I'm trying to talk at the same time, so let me just get on with this work, get this stuff shifted, and yeah, I'll give you an update. We should be very close to moving on to November when I bring you back in. Yeah, almost there. I started bringing individual bales at times, managed to bring them up and come in the other side. Now this is not all going to go in because this one is full. I dropped them in from here. I came up and in this way. It was easier to come around that way and drop them in from here. Just bringing you back, might as well let you see what's going on with the day. Right, that bale is not going to go in anymore, which is grand because We don't have all stone pickers finished. It actually finished the contract, but he's finished the field. Wages. Oh. It's a necessary evil when you're doing this. Keep thinking I should change the economy I'm working on there so I don't have to pay as much. Yeah. I think most of that will go in, and that one is full now. So what we're going to do, we're going to get these shifted over now. But let me just park this, get rid of, fold that in because otherwise it's going to catch. Park it down in the shed, leave it beside where we want it. Oh, there's the mixer wagon came up there that time. And it's only got the 4 on it now instead of the 6 we had originally. Yeah. And drop that off. Leave that there. Yeah, no, I'm absolutely brutal at driving and talking at the same time. We're operating the loader. Just was all over the place, but once I got rid of you, it was easy enough. Now, what we need to do with this is it's going to, you know what, let's deliver the milk and get that out of the way before we get another pallet of cheese there which we can sell. Money is going to be tight enough now when we move forward. It's just all the general work. I need to get this out of the way anyway because I need to, when I move the cattle, I need to get in here. So this was kind of on my mind now. I think I filled this anyway, so I don't know whether there'll be any more. 111 litres to come over. So they're producing fairly good because I did fill this when I came in the morning in this month, or this day of the month. I was literally just running around to see what else I needed to do. Yeah, let's back out so I can see what I'm hitting instead of... Yeah, I was actually just thinking that I parked the truck somewhere near behind me. The yard is tight enough when you're trying to get stuff around it, but I'm just going to get this guy out of the way for now. I don't want to leave him in the way of anything else. I'll tell you what, not going to be in the way in front of the grain store or the silo. Because it's getting used here anyway. We need it for water now in a bit. We didn't close the silo. Okay, so I'm going to leave this fella in the way. There is another stone picking contract there that I can set the worker on. We'll do that after. But we're going to move these guys out of here. Then we get the manure picked up out of it. We're going to move the other fellas from the other pasture, the cow barn pasture, the younger calves. We're going to move them out and put them in here. There's a few older Simmentals. There's 3. It'll only hold 6. I think we've 12. Yeah. Got to do it in shifts. It'll hold 30 sheep and goats. But it'll only hold 6 cows. I got the floor in there. Are they in the middle of the floor? They are, yeah. I've got the floor configuration in. That doesn't look very realistic. Box. You can call up now on all the junk lying around the yard. Hold on, I need to look and see where I'm going. Yeah, just in here. Open that gate. You have to go over there to open this gate. No, don't do that. Maybe they changed it. You were going over here to open that gate. They must have changed it in the update. They did say there was a few small things. I think the two triggers for the gates were the wrong way around. Let's move these over first, then I get the manure out. Now, move to husbandry. There you go, they're in there. Likewise, could get the herdsman stick and just move them using that. It'd be easier to do. Now, I'm not sure whether I can just back the manure spreader trailer in. I can, yeah, into that pen and pick up the manure with it. You don't have to use the loader. Yeah, that should be empty. And it is. You know what, we have room to drive in and then back out. You go one way or the other. You either drive in, back out, or back in, drive out. Yeah. No, I'm not getting the trigger. There we go. I rolled off it. Here we go. So what we're going to do in here is we're going to move with 24 0 month. What else we got? They're the ones we just moved over. 3 months. So these ones, the eldest ones had, we're going to sell them. 24 of them, we're going to move them into the calf pen. Try and get out of it. Did turn the sheep off, did I? No. I did, didn't realise it was 24. I mean, it's the calf pen hold. Cannot remember. It only holds 20. Oh. So we can't really move them over. This gate opens that way. Yeah, just wanted to see. And we need a tractor. You know what? I'll move this back out of the way. Gotta drop the loader off this. Gotta use this, it's a bit easier. Not as big around the yard. Go and get the manure out of that shed. Just keeping you in just to show you how everything works. You probably know anyway, but just in general, this is a livestock episode. Just taking care of them because we're going to sell off the Charolais. We're going to sell off the three biggest Simmental, which would have been the original cattle that were on the farm when we got it. Same with the Charolais, we're going to get rid of them. Now would be a good time to buy the big pen down below because they're at their maximum value now. Granted, they're probably not in the best of condition if you did buy the pen. We haven't got the money to buy it anyway. It's 380 odd thousand or something like that. It's crazy money. Now you can see why I swapped tractor. This small little thing is just great for getting around the yard. Now manure 7,000, we'll get it all in there. That's that cleaned out. Like you can use the bucket, but using the bucket on the manure fork on this in there, it's very tight because of the way the gate opens. If the gate wasn't there, and you could park the trailer, say, beyond the gate there and drive in and then drive down that way, it would be handier. But just given the layout of the barn, it's just the way it works. Right, now since I have you here, I'm going to keep you here. I'm going to go and get this on the field. Because it's just up here. That's what I was waiting to do. I was waiting to just get that cleaned out to finish off this field. The other ones are all done with slurry. I can't remember, did I do this one with slurry as well? I may well have. Just can't remember at this stage. I'm not even going to bother putting the lines on. It's so easy to spread manure because you can see where you were. Well, that's the handy thing. You can just get it out of the shed and just get it on the fields. Right, I'll continue on with the rest of the bits and pieces on this, and I'll update you as we go through it bit by bit. We'll sell off the cattle. We're going to bring them to the cattle dealer. I'll have moved forward to November by then, and I'll bring you back in when we're doing that. Let's see what we get for the Charolais, because they are going to have youngsters, because we'll be getting young calves down there and bringing them back up. I want to populate that pen as much as I can. Now it might involve selling some more product, because we literally not going to have an awful lot of money when we move forward and we pay all our bills and our loan interest and everything else. That's why there's one more stone picking contract is all that's there. It's the only one I'm really interested in getting done, because I want the stones more than anything else. It's not so much a money thing now. The only thing is it's further up the map. It's a bit harder to get to. Let me get this done anyway, and I'll update you soon. Came down to the dealership to get limestone for up at the snail farm, and I had sent this down here, so we're going to sell it now anyway. And I had actually parked the truck down here with the wrap on it. I didn't drive it back up to the farm. I was in the middle of doing something else at the time I was passing by. I just left the truck here. That was after I sold the cheese the last time. So right, let's sell this. I've already done the repairs on it and that and the repaint. So 16,000. Here was me thinking I was going to get more than that. There you go. Pallets. Yeah, let's go into the shop. So we need to go to pallets. Oh, I haven't checked the second-hand market. What's that? That's for skid steer. Okay. Something I haven't really used, the skid steer. See it. Good price. Yeah. Nah, there's nothing there we need. We're in a good place regards equipment. So, pallets, limestone. If you're buying limestone, you come to the store here. It's much cheaper. Here we go. 250. 8. I have the low loader, so I'm hoping I can load all these on in one go. 6,000. Not bad. Can close the door. Yeah. There's no point trying to load all of this onto the poor old van. And of course, not looking where I'm going. Yeah, but double stacks would be grand. Use this trailer a lot for transport and stuff like this. It's a little bit more stable. There you go. Look at that. Definitely much better than putting them on the van anyway. So I'll get these up to the snail farm. There's nothing else to be done up there. Maybe just move a couple of pallets of cooked snails into the storage. I'm just going to check on selling. Is there anything? No. There's nothing there, but look at the cooked snails. Look how much they're worth in February. I mean, if you look at them now, they're not far off. So if we really are stuck for money, there you go. We have another pallet of cheese at the main farm. I don't know where there's goat cheese as well. There could well be since we moved on. Okay, I'll get this up, get it loaded into the snail foods production, and yeah, I'll most likely then be moving on to, yeah, the contract's finished now, so most likely moving on then to November, so we'll be doing a bit of selling of some of the other. That's what I need to do. I need to come back and grab that wool. I knew there was something else I wanted to do before I moved on. We'll come back and do that, and then we'll move on to November, so I will see you in November, which will be in about 2 seconds. That's the limestone delivered. It's nearly full. It's 28,000 litres in a house 30. So it's fairly okay for stuff. Now we're still having the issue no cooked snails because it's running out of butter again. So we've the 3 productions going for butter. So we've got the milk from the cows in 2 dairies, unless the second one has run out. Oh, don't go that one. I always go the wrong one when I come down here and you end up having to drive around the loop. The milk from the 2 dairies for the cows and the milk for the goats is producing butter as well. So that's I was playing around with the percentages in the production control to see how much we needed now. So that would be 300% if you say, like, I mean, if you were doing one, it'd be 300% going in there. And it's not able to keep up. So we can put goat milk in the other dairy and try it. Now, there's not a lot of goat milk up there. I think it's about 800 litres, but it's very slow anyway. So maybe we'll just try that. I want to see, can we do it with what we have rather than buying or leasing the main dairy, if you know what I mean, on the map. I just got to pick up this wool here now. Get out of here. I didn't even check to see whether or not oh, pick them all up. Here we go. Whether this needed fertilizer. It needs lime. And it needs fertilizer in places. Okay, we can put manure on this anyway. If we have any, or slurry. Yeah, we have slurry. We can do that. Another job. And I did say I'd see you in November, but I just wanted to update you on the situation with the butter when I realised it ran out again, because I'm trying to tune that in to see will the 2 dairies support it on their own without getting the main dairy. So I think what I'll do is I need my van. I'll have my small truck up at the farm. I need to go up and get the milk and bring it down and put the goat milk into the dairy down here and make butter and distribute it straight into the snail production or snail cooking production, and see does that work. November 1st, and we've gone from 40 something thousand down to 28, so quite a bit of money gone out. Now I know there's the loan and everything at the end of the month. We got a couple of additional animals on the farm. We have our 5 new Charolais calves up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell the big guys. They're beef. They've been reared fully. So we're going to get them. Going to get them loaded up. What is there? It was nowhere near the fence. Okay. Sometimes the collisions can be misleading. Yeah, we're going to sell the 5. We're going to actually, if we have the money, we're going to get this pen to the state where we have 51 in it. So then they will have 51 new calves. I don't think we can afford them, to be honest with you, at the moment. We'll see when we sell these guys. We got a couple of Simmentals to sell as well, but we'll get what we can in. So we're going with these guys. I'm going to move them all out and get them down to the animal dealer. How are these doing for food? Food plenty. It's only silage, it doesn't matter, they're okay for water, loads of meadow. So I want to get this pen working to its max, which will be half full, and then when they have their young in whatever it is, we will have I'm trying to think which is the quickest way to go. Yeah, this is probably the quickest. We will have 51 then to sell off, which should be worth a lot of money. So just concentrating on these corners. I'll tell you what. Let me... Oh, there's a cover crop. So that has 4 growing stages. Okay, well that might have a bit of an influence then on our crops for next year. We've only 2 fields of that anyway, so we can deal with that. The oilseed radish should be already ready to be cultivated in once November is gone. Yeah, let me get down to the dealers and get rid of these, and I'll bring it back in down there, see how much we get for the 5 we have, and we'll buy some babies and transport them up. Now we're down here, let's see what we get for these guys. Oh, I don't know what was wrong. 30,000. Suppose that's okay. Right, we need to load up with, we'll only get 6 in it. 1,800. That gives us 12 out of 51, which leaves us down with needing 39, no, 30, yeah, 39 more. Okay, now, right, just think of just checking contracts to see what's there. Time saving stock check. I am going to sell the snails. There's 2,200 in the difference between now and the peak price. Now it could go higher, but they're there. We need money, and they're there for money. I'm wondering why have I got canola stored when I have the oil mill leased. That should be in the oil mill. I'll have to deal with that. I'll have to see where it's stored. Where's it stored? Tell me, show storages. It's on our farm. I do have the oil mill leased, don't I? Leasing oil mill. Which is... I don't even know where it is now, so long since I used it. Oh, this is also... No, leasing old mill. Okay. Oh, God. Only one letter out. Yeah, we need... What did I say? 39 more. Okay. Leave it with me. I'll have to do a little bit of driving back and forth. And, yeah. We can't see them with that trailer. Can I reconfigure it? I can reconfigure it in the cab, which is the one for changing it. Fall deck. There you go. Did the deck open up inside? Now we can see our calves on the bottom. Okay. Right, I'll get back up to the farm, to the field, and deliver these, and then I'll have to make a couple of more trips, and I'll talk to you when I'm finished. Okay, just wanted to get a couple of contracts on the go. So offload these to the final 6, and there we go. Move the husbandry, so this should be full now. Well, I got my calculation wrong. We're 1 short. Doesn't matter. I meant to put 51 in. I'm not going all the way back for one. How did I do that? Anyway. Yeah, so we've 50 babies in here. So they will give us offspring in whatever. How many months? I don't know how many months it is. We need to go move our a few older Simmentals, sell them as well. And we need to get our, sold. Our cooked snails. So there you go. We have this pen the way we want it now, with half full, and when they reproduce, then we sell the 50 mature ones, and we let the cycle continue. So that pasture is going to be Charolais from now on. I don't know whether you can rename them. You probably can't, but I must have a look and see if you can. It'd be nice to just give it a name. I know you can rename fields and that, but I'd like it coming up in the pasture. I'd like it coming up in the menu when you go into it, which one it is. So, okay, now I'll have to open the gates. I don't think we'd any new arrivals here. Shouldn't have had anyway. We're in the cow barn. Let's see. 12 months, 29. These are the guys I want to sell off. 12 months. They're 12 months now. Oh. These three. That's all we're selling off. I don't know. Maybe I'll just sell the ones that were here, which would be these three and these two. They're the young of the 31-month-olds. I'm not too fixed on the numbers being even or uneven. We'll probably leave them. They might be reproducing again soon. So I might just leave them there for the moment and just sell these three. Don't have to sell them, but you know, they are pretty old at this stage. So from that point of view, probably not best to keep them any longer. We're not going to buy any cattle to put in here. We're just going to let them reproduce. We have our 20 calves in between the calf barn and the fattening barn. Or 24. We moved them over. So we'll move them back in a bit. Now, these guys, they're in the trailer. We're going to go sell them. Okay, I'll go do this, and then I will. I'm going to sell the cooked snails. Might as well get some money in the bank. Oh, sorry. Keep banging the mic. I need to readjust my mic stand and put it somewhere else. This time we'll go the right way instead of going down by the dealership. Last time I went down by the dealership, it's a much longer route. Okay, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Now, I'm not expecting to get much for these. I'll just bring you back in while I'm selling them. Don't expect to get too much. 6,750. Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to bring you in just for that. Hardly worth it. But you know what? They were too old anyway. They gave us milk and everything else, so we can't complain. Okay. Had second thoughts on selling off the product. I'm going to hang on to it for now. I'm just keeping an eye out where this turn is for this farm. Oh, it's further up. Okay, watch the road. Yeah, I'm not going to sell it off just yet. We're okay. We've 51,000. We've a couple of contracts. I'm going to do a bit of contract work anyway. All the animals I dealt with, and guess what? I actually did go, and when I dropped off out of the last clip, I went and this one here, yeah, this one here. When I dropped out of the last clip, I went and went back and got one more to get my 51 in the pen. It was going to drive me mad otherwise. So since it was there beside it, I said, right, let's just get the number up into that where I want it to be and be done with it. Instead of every time going, I said I should have put the one in, and then when they're a month old I can't put it in because it's out of sync then, so it's in. And yeah, we don't have any work to do on our own farm, so literally what we're going to be doing is just taking care of business, moving milk around and making sure the pens are full of food, which they are because I filled them up last month. So they should have plenty in them anyway, but I'll just keep an eye on them. I'm just going to work on a few contracts. Hopefully we get a few stone contracts because I don't think we're any closer to having a pallet. We haven't got we might have a pallet spawned given what we have in the thing, but we're out of stones again. So we do need stone contracts. Can be bought on the map. But I kind of not in a rush to do it that way because we need timber anyway as well. So we need to get the wood production down as well, the sawmill, the basic one down there as well to produce the wood we need for the project to build the shop in the village. So it's not a rush. It doesn't need to be done today or tomorrow or like in the next couple of months. If it takes a year in game, even 2 years in game, so be it. We're just going to build it as part of it going forward. So with that said, we're going to finish the episode here. It's a little bit shorter. When I say shorter, it's still 40 minutes long. We done what we had to do in it. We got our cattle all sorted out. We got our elder Charolais sold off, and our pen fully stocked now the way we want it. We also have our sheep or goats to sheep, I think it is. Let's do a quick run through. There's our Charolais. They're showing us separate because of the way we actually done them. Why is it showing 7? 5. That's weird. Maybe I did actually go out of the game. Maybe that's one of the reasons why. 1 month old, they're the ones we moved in. Same with them. They're the ones we moved in to the calf barn and fattening barn. No new ones there. Except we sold the 3 elder Simmentals. Sheep pasture is full. That pasture is still the same, 90 we put into it. That's where we got the extras. This one is full now, up at the goats up at producing the milk. We got a few extras. Yeah, 22. So that's full now. So we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good animal-wise. We're looking after them. No intention to buy another paddock or anything just yet. When I say just yet, I'd like to explore the possibility of having a milk producing paddock, but having said that, we're not dealing with the milk that's coming from them as it is now. We're not running out in the dairy, so there's no point in overstocking with milk that we can't process anyway. We're running nicely anyway, so. And with that said, yeah, everything's going swimmingly. A couple of other learning points along the way, but that's what I'm enjoying about this map. I'm kind of stuck on it now that I find it hard to leave it and go do other stuff. Just enjoying it so much, but yeah. For now, we're done on Méchet for episode number 20. Thanks a million for joining me. And do hit that like button on your way out, and do subscribe if you're not already. Subscribe to follow on the adventures on Méchet and of course on the other series as well. So until next time, all that's left for me to do for now is to say goodbye. Until then, bye bye.